Hello, everyone. I'm Nana.
And I'm Lisa. Welcome back to Vocab Jam English.
If you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe and join us every week.
It's Friday, which means it's time for our history talk.
Today's topic is Cleopatra and Caesar.
And of course, we'll introduce some great English vocabulary along the way.
Oh, and if you want to see subtitles, please turn them on in the settings.
That's right. You can switch them on anytime to help with understanding.
There will be a quiz about the conversation at the end.
So grab your favorite drink, sit back, and let's dive into today's talk. Nana, I just saw an ad for a Cleopatra exhibition at the museum.
Really? That sounds amazing. I would love to see that.
Yeah. They said there will be real artifacts and stories about her life.
Cleopatra's story is absolutely fascinating. She's one of the most famous queens in history.
I don't know much about her, though. Just that she was beautiful.
Oh, she was much more than beautiful. She was smart, strategic, and very powerful.
Strategic, you mean she made clever plans?
Exactly. In fact, her first meeting with Julius Caesar is legendary.
Really? How did they meet?
It's a very dramatic story. Want to hear it?
Of course. Tell me everything.
All right. Cleopatra needed to meet Caesar secretly.
Why secretly? Was it dangerous?
Yes. She was fighting her brother for the throne of Egypt.
Whoa. So, Egypt was not peaceful at that time?
Exactly. There was a big conflict between Cleopatra and her brother.
So how did she meet Caesar?
She made a brilliant plan. She wrapped herself inside a carpet.
What? A real carpet?
Yes. Her loyal servant carried the carpet to Caesar's palace.
That's so creative. But why a carpet?
It was the easiest way to sneak into the palace without being seen.
Wow, she was really smart.
She was extremely intelligent. She knew how to make a strong impression.
So, Caesar opened the carpet and found Cleopatra inside?
Yes. Imagine his surprise when he saw a beautiful queen inside.
That sounds like a scene from a movie.
It really does. But it actually happened in history.
So, what did Caesar do after meeting her?
He was impressed by her confidence and charm.
Did he help her?
Yes. He decided to support Cleopatra against her brother.
That's amazing. He must have trusted her a lot.
Definitely. Cleopatra was very persuasive.
Persuasive, that means good at convincing people, right?
Exactly. She could influence people with her words and attitude.
I wish I had that skill.
Haha, you already have great energy, Lisa.
Thanks. So, did they become a couple?
Yes, they became close. They even had a son together.
Really? What was his name?
His name was Caesarion. It means, Little Caesar.
Cute name. Did he become a king?
He did, but only for a short time. It's a complicated story.
History is always complicated, haha.
True. Especially when power and politics are involved.
Politics always makes things messy.
Exactly. That's why Cleopatra needed strong alliances.
Was it easy for Cleopatra to rule Egypt after that?
Not really. She still had many enemies.
Even with Caesar's support?
Yes. Power always creates opposition.
That sounds stressful.
It was. She had to be strategic all the time.
Strategic, like making smart plans.
Exactly. She planned everything carefully.
I respect that. She wasn't just beautiful. She was smart too.
Very smart. Intelligence was her true strength.
Thanks, Nana. This story is way cooler than any drama series.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. History is full of amazing true stories. All right. Now it's time for our vocabulary corner.
Yes. In this section, we'll pick some words from today's conversation and explain them in a simple and easy to understand way.
Exhibition.
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 An exhibition is a special event where people show things like art, history, or science. You can see paintings, old things, or new inventions at an exhibition. It's like a big room or space where people display interesting stuff. Similar word, show. A show is also where you see things, but it can be anything like a play or a concert. An exhibition is more for objects or art. Example, I went to an exhibition at the museum and saw beautiful paintings.
Artifact.
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 An artifact is something old and important made by people a long time ago. It can be a tool, a piece of art, or something used in daily life. We find artifacts in museums to learn about history. Similar word, object. An object is anything you can touch, but an artifact is special because it's old and has historical value. Example, the museum had an artifact from ancient Egypt.
Fascinating.
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 Fascinating means something is very, very interesting. It's so interesting that you want to keep looking or learning about it. Similar word, interesting. Both mean you like it, but fascinating is stronger. It means you feel amazed. Example, the story about Cleopatra was fascinating.
Conflict.
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 A conflict is when two or more people or groups fight or disagree. It can be a small argument or a big war. Similar word, fight. A fight is more physical, like hitting. A conflict can be about ideas, power, or plans too. Example, there was a conflict between Cleopatra and her brother.
Persuasive.
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 Persuasive means you are good at making other people agree with you. When you talk, people want to say yes to you. Similar word, convincing. Both mean making someone believe you, but persuasive feels a little more about charm and style, not just facts. Example, Cleopatra was very persuasive when she talked to Caesar.
Influence.
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 Influence means you change how someone thinks or acts. You don't force them, you inspire them. Similar word, effect. An effect is the result of something. Influence is more about the power to make the result happen. Example, Cleopatra had a strong influence on Caesar.
Strategic.
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 Strategic means you make careful and smart plans to reach your goal. You think ahead before you act. Similar word, planned. Planned means you made a plan. Strategic means you made a very smart, winning plan. Example, Cleopatra was very strategic when she planned to meet Caesar.
Charisma.
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 Charisma is a special charm that makes people love and follow you. Even without saying much, people feel pulled toward you. Similar word, charm. Charm is being nice and likable. Charisma is a stronger, natural power that makes people admire you. Example, Cleopatra had a lot of charisma that made people trust her.
All right. It's time for the quiz corner.
In this section, we'll ask questions based on today's conversation.
1. Why did Cleopatra need to meet Caesar secretly? A. She wanted to sell him a carpet. B. She was fighting her brother for the throne. C. She wanted to learn about Rome. Correct answer, B. She was fighting her brother for the throne. 2. How did Cleopatra secretly enter Caesar's palace? A. She disguised herself as a soldier. B. She rode a horse. C. She wrapped herself inside a carpet. Correct answer, C. She wrapped herself inside a carpet. 3. What was Caesar's reaction when he found Cleopatra inside the carpet? A. He was surprised and impressed. B. He got angry and sent her away. C. He didn't recognize her. Correct answer, A. He was surprised and impressed. 4. What was the name of Cleopatra and Caesar's son? A. Augustus. B. Caesarion. C. Alexander. Correct answer, B. Caesarion. 5. Even after Caesar's support, what problem did Cleopatra still face? A. She lost all her money. B. She had many enemies. C. She couldn't find her brother. Correct answer, B. She had many enemies.
All right, we're coming to the end of today's episode.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out.
All right, see you in the next episode.
See you next time.